अमेरिका में इंतखाबी गहमा गहमी अपने उरूज पर। न्यू जर्सी में पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन कम्युनिटी की मारूफ शख्सियत डॉक्टर इबरार नदीम भुट्टा ने गवर्नर के रिपब्लिकन उम्मीदवार जैक शैटरली के एजाज में एक मीट एंड ग्रीट का एहतमाम किया। गवर्नर न्यू जर्सी के उम्मीदवार जैक शैटरली का रियासत को मिसाली बनाने का वादा। पाकिस्तानी कम्युनिटी ने इस्लामिक स्कूलों के इजाफी अखराजात खत्म करने का मुतालबा कर दिया। तकरीब के इख्तिताम पर पाकिस्तान की मशहूर कवाल संतू ब्रदर्स ने तकरीब में आए हुए मेहमानों को खूब महजूज किया। तकरीब का आगाज तिलावत कलाम पाक से हुआ। आइए देखते हैं प्रोग्राम के खास खास हिस्से।
Where we show our support for the next governor of New Jersey, the handsome guy, Jack Ciattarelli.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm normally very good at speaking at events like that, but today I'm feeling an extra pressure. Jack, how's that event? I told them I will consider this event to be successful if I see people standing, if I see people looking for chairs and complaining, why can't we find chairs? Sadiqa is the one who is organizing this wonderful night. I told her if I see everyone sitting on chairs, I'm not going to be happy. Thank you so much, my brothers. Thank you so much. I'm speechless. I was born in a village in Pakistan. I didn't even know what an electricity is until I was 12 years old. This is what we thought American dream. And look, I'm standing here campaigning for Jack Ciattarelli, running for governor, as an executive director for New Jersey Muslim Relations. This is what we call American dreams. Swearing in front of Allah, La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, if I ever ask Jack for any favor. But you know what I'm gonna ask him? I'm gonna ask him tonight in front of my people. Do I have your permission to ask him? Yeah. Do I have your permission to ask him? Yeah. The first ask, Jack, from my community, we want you to fix our schools. Yeah. We are hardworking people. We have to send money to our parents back home. We are paying extra fee to Islamic schools here because we are not happy with what they are teaching in the public schools. When we were in Pakistan, we were sending our kids to American schools. And now, we are in America and sending our kids to Islamic schools. We believe in this country. We believe in institutions. We want you to fix that. Ask number one. And not necessarily mean me. I said we. I'm going to collect resumes from top intellectuals, from people who are qualified. I'm going to give it to Jack. It will be merit based, but we want to be into those rooms where all decisions are made. We want to have a ban on same-sex marriage. And I know my brother voted against it, and he will do it again. We talk about family. A family comes into place when a man and a woman gets married, not the same sex. We oppose same-sex. We oppose same-sex marriage. We respect everyone, but you cannot teach our kids like that. You know, the police as an institution, who was the founder of that? I know you always mention America. When America was founded, Morocco was the first Islamic country who accepted it or recognized it. I have a question. Who was the person who formed the institution of police, which we always call shurta? Who was the founder? There was no concept of a police. Our second caliphate, Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab radiyallahu ta'ala anhu. He is the founder of police. help Jack to save our communities. So we want safe neighborhoods, safe communities, Jack.
This evening, like I said earlier, is not just about politics. This is about family, faith, and freedom. And those are the values which are at stake in this election. And tonight, in this gathering of Muslim community, in this event called Muslims for Jack, the reason it is there because it represents unity, respect, and shared values. Now, Jack himself is a successful business owner, and he will work hard to reduce taxes and red tape. And being in New Jersey, we have a lot of Muslim community which are entrepreneurs. You run restaurants, pharmacies, stores, and whatnot. And that's exactly what you want. And last but not the least, all of this will be meaningless if we don't have safety and fairness. And Jack is going to be the law and order governor for New Jersey, and that's what this community wants.
Jack Zindabad. Somebody asked me today, Jack is meeting with the Muslim for Jack. I said, no, it's not true. Jack is for all the community. He just came from the Hindu temple half an hour ago. He was in the church, he was in the synagogue, and he's with the Muslim community. So he's for all the community.
मेरा नाम जो है वो है अफजल, and so I'm honored to be here. Before we begin, this is a beautiful venue, this is an incredible space, and this is a very big space. But I think we owe a round of applause to our host, Dr. Ibrar Ali Nadeem, because his heart is bigger than this space. और वो जो सब चीज़ें हमें अपने बच्चों के लिए चाहिए और अपने ख़ानदानों के लिए चाहिए, आज के लिए नहीं, कल के लिए नहीं, मगर आगे बढ़ के हमारे बच्चे, पोता पोती, नवासा नवासी, उनके भी बच्चे, वो सब आज से शुरू होते हैं और वो सब November 4th में शुरू होंगे.
In order to keep our country safe, we have to implement the laws of our Constitution and the laws of our country. Unification, the values that we live by. I don't want my kid to be, who's a boy, to be a girl. God did not create him to be a girl. Who am I to change God's creation and God's laws? That's what we have to live by. We have to understand whatever God intended for us is what we accept. As Muslims, we know God does not make mistakes. He's perfect.
Have you had enough of skyrocketing energy bills? Have you seen your utility bill? Have you had enough of it being too high? Have you had too much? Have you had enough of skyrocketing property taxes? Have you had enough of woke nonsense and gender ideology? Have you had enough of she, he, hers, ours that you need to change every 2 weeks because somebody decided they're going to be offended? Have you had enough of indoctrination on LGBTQIA plus minus exclamation point, pi, par, star? Have you had enough of all that? That's why we need Jack Ciattarelli as our governor. That's why we need him.
We have to give a big applaud to Ibrar boy and all of you himself. And one thing I want to say strongly, this is all of our responsibility to make our Governor Jack wins.
Our president said only 2 sexes, male or female. Jack, you have to work on that, and we want a promise from you. Thank you very much. Don't forget number 4. Please come out from number 4. Thank you.
We care about all human beings, but we must start pushing that policy that's creating a woke and confused generation. Have you ever noticed in the last 24 years the Democrats have been in assembly in New Jersey? They have been here, and look at the overall situation. Taxes are on the roof, income tax, sales tax, turnpike, real estate tax. Where the money goes? And they still need more and more taxes.
I just want to thank a few people, Jack, and with your permission, I want to call them upon stage so that you know who are the people who are behind this the thing that you see. I'm happy and impressed. I wasn't expecting this much. This is beyond my expectation. So there are a few brothers who played a pivotal role in this. Number 1 is my younger brother, my partner, Haizer Ahmed. My cousin, Shaukat Abbas. And my two brothers from Gujarat that I belong, Chaudhry Umar and Nadeem Chaudhry. I will not be able to call upon everybody on the stage because there are those people who helped me a lot in the background. One is actually looking into me in my eyes. I don't want to call him on the stage because he said no. But he did a great job. I'll tell Jack though. Okay? I'm not going to bring him on stage, but I'll tell you the person. I have these two brothers. I have a brother Arif Khan who ran for assembly also. Brother Irfan is the owner of Pink Pistachio restaurant. He was very generous and kind to invite Jack, even though there was a campaign against him to boycott Pink Pistachio. You know what he said? I'm going to close all restaurants if it comes to that. If they're going to blackmail me by inviting Jack Ciattarelli, Ibrar, invite him every day. My people are not joke. Brave people. They'll give their life for you, Jack. I said this last time too. We believe in you, brother. We know we need you to fix this state. These are my people. So where is brother Irfan?
Right.
And I have another distinguished guest. His name is Mr. Patalu. He has over 10 million followers on TikTok. He was kind enough to come here to support my event tonight. He's gonna go live and he's gonna encourage Muslims to vote for Jack. Mr. Patlu from Pakistan, I'm sure youth already know him. Old people, start looking into his profile today. Do we have a... And Sister Sadika, who put up a nice show here. I have brother Sarfraz. He is a little conservative. If he can come to the stage, please. And Sayyid Zain Bukhari, if you could come up on the stage, please. And now it's time to invite Jack Ciattarelli, our next governor, on stage to have a group photo with my core team. I would like to call brother Uzair on stage. He's going to present our traditional Ciattarelli topi. You can say, oh yeah, there is this thing here. It's called Ciattarelli cap. Oh, Hansa. All right, guys, thank you so much.
2, 1, ready, action! Yes, thumbs up. Smile, please. Thank you.
At this time, I want to see all the energy that you have right now as we welcome to the stage the next governor of New Jersey, the one and only Jack Ciattarelli.
No community across New Jersey has welcomed me as you have tonight, and I am forever grateful. Sadika, thank you for all of your logistic coordination. Dr. Ibrar Nadeem, just once I wish you would say what's exactly on your mind. Let's hear it one more time for the doctor. 8 months ago, an attorney at one of New Jersey's largest law firms, who I've known for a very long time, called me and said, I have a client that wants to meet you. And so I went to the offices in Newark, and I sat with the attorney there in the offices, and in walked this very imposing figure, this very, very impressive man, Dr. Ibrar Nadeem. And he sat down and we talked for about a half hour, and then he said to me, 8 months ago, I am going to help you be the next governor of New Jersey, and that man hasn't let me down one day since that very day. And he's never asked for anything in return other than a better New Jersey. And that's exactly what I'm going to provide you when we win this race, a better New Jersey, I tell you right now. To the Muslim community here across New Jersey, 350,000 strong, you make New Jersey more intellectually vibrant, more culturally vibrant, and more economically vibrant. And I celebrate you each and every day as a candidate, and I will celebrate you each and every day as your governor here in the state of New Jersey. You will have a seat at the table. Your voice will be heard. That the value system of the Islamic faith and of Muslims is very much aligned with that of the Republican Party. Faith, family, and freedom. And so I welcome the renewal, if you will, and the rebirth of the Muslim Community Party in terms of getting involved in the political process. By attending these events throughout the course of the year, you have the ability, 300,000 strong, to tip the balance in the outcomes of elections if you participate. And I've seen greater participation amongst the Muslim American community this year than I ever have before. And I thank you for that participation. On 100 years ago, my grandparents came to this country in search of one thing, the American promise, the promise of opportunity. My grandfather started out as a laborer, saved his money, bought a backhoe, a trailer, a dump truck, and became a very successful independent contractor in the 30s, the 40s, and the 50s. My parents worked very, very hard. My father didn't have a high school diploma. My mother worked midnights for Johnson & Johnson. My father worked in the street department for Public Service Gas as a laborer. There were a number of years in the 60s and 70s where they owned a restaurant bar. My mother worked midnights. She ran the restaurant bar by day. My dad worked by day. He ran the restaurant bar by night. And every dime they made went to their 4 children, the roof over our head, the clothes on our back, the meal on the table, and our public school education, and then my private college education at Seton Hall University, where I graduated as a bachelor's in accounting, master's in finance, and passed the CPA exam. My parents taught us every single day in that house of our responsibilities to each other, to our family, to our community, and to our country, teaching us never ask for anything in return other than the promise of America of opportunity. And then it was up to each one of us, through the virtue of hard work, to take advantage of that opportunity and achieve our full potential. I was very, very lucky to be raised by those parents. But the qualities that I saw in my parents, who are no longer with us, are the very same qualities I see in members of the Muslim American community all throughout New Jersey. I see the way you're committed to your family and to your faith, and how committed you are to raising your children in the right way. And it pains me that many of you came here to take advantage of, for example, our public school system. And yet the opposition party has done things to the public school curriculum that are not in the best interest of family and not in the best interest of our children. And I promise you that that will change when I'm your governor. We will get back to basics in teaching critical life skills to our children. Reading, writing, math, science, civics, and leaving other subject matter for at home at the kitchen table where it belongs between parents and children when you decide to have those discussions with your children, not government. I'm also committed as your governor to restoring New Jersey as a law and order state where we respect the rule of law and there is legal consequence for those who break the law. My Attorney General, who I appoint, the 21 county prosecutors who I appoint, and the superintendent of the state police who I appoint will be sensitive to the needs of the Muslim American community all throughout New Jersey. As they will all minority communities. We will reform things like cashless bail. We will get rid of cashless bail, which has created a professional criminal who is terrorizing our communities. Nonviolent crime in this state is spiking. Break-ins, car thefts, flash mobs along the Jersey Shore, flash mobs in our malls. Why? Because there's no consequence for unlawful and unruly behavior. We will get back to a day where we respect the rule of law. We will have safe communities once again here in the state of New Jersey when I am your governor. I followed in the footsteps of my grandparents and my parents as a two-time successful business owner. And like many of you, created jobs right here in New Jersey through my own entrepreneurial spirit. I see that same spirit in the Muslim American community all throughout New Jersey. But we have to make New Jersey a better place to do business. I refuse to be the governor of a state that is ranked year over year over year as one of the worst places in the country to do business because our taxes are so high, because our regulations, we over-regulate our businesses, because we're not teaching our children the critical life skills that employers eventually need, and because our electricity bill is going through the roof because of the failures of the current administration. We will fix all those things when I am governor. We will lower our business taxes. We will lessen our regulations. Our school system will produce the labor that we need. And we will lower our electricity bill on day one by reversing all the policies of the current administration. And in so doing, make New Jersey more affordable for individuals and families, but also make it a better place to do business. Small businesses have a very soft spot in the heart of Ciattarelli, because 3 generations of Ciattarellis have all been successful small business owners. What pains me greatly today is that an overwhelming of New Jerseyans feel the state is headed in the wrong direction. 2 out of 3 New Jerseyans are looking to leave as soon as they possibly can. That's not the state that I want to be governor of. I do not want to be the governor of a state that's ranked year over year over year as one of the worst places in the country to do business. Leadership matters. And when something I love is broken, I want to fix it. I love the state of New Jersey. It's been very, very good to 3 generations of New Jerseyans. So when people ask me, why are you running for governor? It's to make sure today's New Jerseyans and future generations of New Jerseyans feel confident they can achieve their American dream once again here in New Jersey, no matter who they may be. I am committed to making New Jersey that place once again, where everyone, race, creed, color, and faith feels confident they can achieve their American dream right here in New Jersey once again. I am the first gubernatorial candidate in history that has a Muslim as part of his inner circle of advisors, and that advisor is Dr. Ibrar Ali Nadeem. Muslims will be represented in my administration. The voice of the Muslim community will be heard. As governor, I will reinvigorate the Interfaith Council, where the leaders of all of our religious faiths meet once a quarter with the governor over breakfast, and we talk about ways to work together to strengthen our community. And there will be an advisory council on Muslim relations to work in partnership with me as your governor. To celebrate our diversity, and we are a diversity not only of ethnicity but also of faith, I have pledged myself as governor to attend at least twice a month 2 different houses of worship, whether it be a mosque, a temple, a Christian church, a synagogue, to celebrate our diversity. So twice a month I will be attending different houses of worship to join together and try to bring our community of New Jersey closer together. That is the job of a leader, and it's one I intend to be successful at all throughout my tenure as your governor. When the other side in a political campaign is lying about you, it is a sign of desperation. The other side mine has based their entire campaign on a stack of lies against me, her disdain for President Trump, and that she can fly a helicopter. What the hell does that have to do with fixing the state of New Jersey? We need a governor who's going to fix the state of New Jersey. Now, I suggest you fasten your seatbelts. If any of you gets a flat tire on the way home tonight, my opponent is going to blame it on President Trump. There is nothing she won't blame on President Trump. She will remind you over the course of the next 18 days, as she has the past 4 months, she'll remind you every single day that she's a woman. Dr. Ibrar Ali Nadeem has asked me to remind every single one of you, I'm a man. She'll remind you that she's a mother of 4. I'll remind you I'm a father of 4. She'll remind you she's an attorney. I'll remind you I'm a CPA business owner. She'll tell you she knows how to fly a helicopter. I'm here to tell you she doesn't know a damn thing about fixing the state of New Jersey. There are 3 things I want to remind you if you don't already know about me. Number 1, the Ciattarellis have all been very successful here in New Jersey because of our hard work. We've been very, very fortunate. And the point I'm trying to make with the utmost humility is this. This is not a job I need. It's not a title I need. It's not a vanity tour. I've already had the best titles in the world. Son, brother, husband, father. But make no mistake, I want this job. On your behalf, on our behalf, I want this job. There's something else I want you to know. I'm not owned by any of the special interests, powerful special interests that own the current governor, powerful special interests that own my opponent. Once your governor is owned by the special interests, they are compromised. And once they are compromised, they cannot get the job done. You don't need to worry about that with me. I will not waver, I will not weaken, I will stand strong, and I will represent this community and every other community across the state of New Jersey. But the third thing I want you to know is what's most important to me, and it's this. Unlike governors, Republican and Democrat, over the last 40 years, every single one of them is trying to use the governorship of New Jersey to become president, to become U.S. Senator. I do not want to be U.S. Senator. I don't want to be president. I don't want to write a book. I just want to right the ship known as New Jersey. So you don't have to worry about me losing my focus. My only ambition in life left is to fix the state we all love. I want to believe you love it too. That's why you're here tonight. Let us work together to fix the state we all love. Now, the theme for this campaign is it's time. It is time. And in 17 days, New Jersey will make up its mind and decide. I'm confident if we work together and finish strong over these last 17 days, I'm coming back here right after the election as governor-elect. And then 2 months after that, I'm coming back here as the governor of New Jersey. Faith, family, freedom. It is my honor and privilege to be in your company tonight. You have overwhelmed me with your graciousness and hospitality. And I am so very excited to see the Muslim community so very, very engaged in the political process. One last reminder, I've said it a few moments ago, I will say it again. This community has the ability to tip the balance of the outcomes of elections. Engage, engage, engage. It is your civic responsibility as an American to engage, to honor those Muslim Americans and all other Americans who sacrificed their lives at one time or another for us to enjoy our freedoms, our faith, and our family. It is time. Thank you all so very, very much. Let's win this election. Thank you.
Jack
So earlier I had said that if people have any questions, we have lots of questions that came in and I was texted. I'm not going to ask all the questions because you already answered many of them, but I will ask a few of them which are very important to this community. And please listen carefully because these questions came from some of you. This is about faith and safety of Muslims in New Jersey. Now, Jack, as a man of faith yourself, what steps would you ensure that Muslims living in New Jersey feel safe, respected, and more importantly, free from profiling or discrimination by law enforcement or state agencies?
So, your governor of New Jersey, by state constitution, is the most powerful in the nation. That's a fact. The governor of New Jersey has more executorial powers than any other governor in the country. I appoint the Attorney General. I appoint the 21 county prosecutors. You may not know this, but your local police chief does not report to the mayor. The local police chief reports to the county prosecutors. The 21 county prosecutors report to the Attorney General. And also I appoint the superintendent, the colonel of the state police. That means the entire law enforcement community serves at the pleasure of the governor. And I will not be appointing anyone that's not in agreement with me how to keep our community safe. And I promise you that my Attorney General, my Superintendent of State Police, and the 21 county prosecutors will be very sensitive to the needs of the Muslim American community all throughout New Jersey here. And also, the whole purpose of setting up an advisory council on Muslim relations is so that that council can work in partnership with the leadership of our law enforcement community to ensure that your needs are met and to ensure that you feel safe in your community. I, as governor, am committed 100% to ensuring that all 9.3 million citizens of this state feel safe in their community and their children are safe in our schools and that you're safe wherever it is that you may go. I will make sure of that, I promise you.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you, Sonny.
Now, this is about abortion and parental involvement. As parents, we believe that mothers and fathers should be informed and involved in major decisions affecting their children. What is your stance on abortion laws, and how will you ensure parents' voices are respected when it comes to such life-changing issues?
One of the things that differentiates the Republican Party from the Democratic Party is I feel as though the Democratic Party almost celebrates abortion. Abortion is not to be celebrated. We will not celebrate it when I am governor. And so I do not believe in late-term abortions. I do not believe we should be inviting people from other states to have their abortion performed in New Jersey. I don't want New Jersey to be the abortion capital of the United States. And I think many of you know this. Your children cannot get their ears pierced under the age of 18 without the permission of parents. And yet the Democratic Party feels it's okay for a 16 or a 17-year-old woman to have an abortion without their parents being notified. Under Governor Ciattarelli, I will fight to have parental notification here in the state of New Jersey. Parents should be notified. Parental notification.
Thank you, Jack. I will combine these two questions because they're very similar, and this will be the last question I'll ask you. Both are related to President Trump. And let me combine the two questions. First is, there has been some talk that with President Trump in office, certain federal policies might cause concern with Muslim communities. When elected governor, will you have the courage to speak up and stand with the Muslim community if any unfair or harmful actions are taken at federal level? And let me ask the second question too, because that's very similar to this one, is that many Muslims in New Jersey are deeply concerned about the ongoing suffering in the Middle East. And we know that President Trump helped broker the historic peace deals. But we also want to see lasting peace and justice for all people without violence and loss of innocent life. If future conflicts arise, would you be willing to advocate for our concerns, convey our pain to President Trump, and encourage mediation and dialogue to bring peace wherever possible?
My job as governor is to stand up and be a fierce advocate for every single one of our 9.3 million citizens, no matter what their race, creed, color, ethnicity, faith, whatever it might be, and you have my word. I've always done that before. I will always do that. again and again and again. My job is to represent each one of our citizens, and that includes each member of each minority community all across this state. And so, I have a relationship with the president, and that relationship is based in trust. And when there is trust, that means that we can say anything to one another, particularly even when we disagree. And so I feel confident, because of my relationship with the president, that if any one community here in New Jersey was being slighted, disadvantaged, in any way, shape, or form, that he will listen to me, and we can have a conversation on what it is that we need to do to remedy that. But make no mistake, whoever the occupant is of the White House at any point in time, my job is to advocate for all 9.3 million New Jersey citizens, and the current occupant, whoever that person could be at any point in time in the White House, will know that very loudly and clearly. My job is to represent New Jersey. And with regard to conflicts around the world, I'm always going to stand up for any community who has family members and friends and ties to other parts of the world with regard to what might be right or wrong. I will always stand up and advocate for those here in New Jersey that, again, have loved ones, family members, or ties to their countries of origin to do right by our communities here in New Jersey.
Thank you for assuring us, Jack.
Thank you, Sonny. And Sonny, you are a very handsome master of ceremonies, I just let you know.
Somebody recorded this, please send me the recording.
Well, I gotta tell you, tonight I've had more men than ever tell me I'm handsome, so I
You look really handsome.
I wear it well. I wear it well. I'm not taking it off. I'm going to keep it on for the next 17 days. I'm going to wear it to the election night.
Love that. That should have a louder applause, everybody. That should have a louder applause.
I love
So Jack, I'm done with questions, but one fun thing, a rapid fire. You will only have to answer the first word that comes to your mind when I say this. This is again related to the election and the issues, but limit your answers if you can to one word or maybe one sentence, all right?
Can Ibrar help me with this one, or no, I gotta fly solo here?
I think he wrote some of these, so I don't know. So it's just for fun, guys. Don't take anything seriously in this one. Don't use it against anybody. If it's good, then use it for him. All right. First word that comes to your mind when I say taxes.
Lower.
Lower. And if you like something, make some noise. If you like lower taxes.
Lower.
Education.
Better.
Jobs.
More.
Safety.
More.
Business.
Better.
Leadership.
Jack Ciattarelli. I want you to know something. We did not rehearse these. This is total improv here.
Sadhika is responsible for some of them which came, so if you don't like
I should have known better.
Sadhika and Ibrar are the masterminds of a lot of things which are happening backstage right now. Last couple, faith.
Strong.
Liberty.
Freedom.
Innovation.
More.
And last but not the least, New Jersey Muslims.
Beautiful. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
MashaAllah, what an open. And right after dinner, we have a very special Qawwali program by Santu Brothers right here for your entertainment. Exactly, this is just the icing on the cake. We're here for the main purpose. For a lot of good reasons. I know we all love Jack, but please make sure there's enough room for him to walk. And right after this photo op, the dinner will...
तकरीब के इख्तिताम पर पाकिस्तान की मशहूर कव्वाल संतू ब्रदर्स ने तकरीब में आए हुए मेहमानों को खूब महसूस किया।
मुझे तुम गले से लगा कर